It's only me, Claire Baker, former clutterholic, founder of clutterclearing.net, bringing you my weekly vlog about my weight loss clutter clearing journey. I didn't bring you a video last week. I had planned to bring you a video. I was in the Lake District, a national park in the UK, with my mother-in-law and my husband. It was her 80th birthday last Friday. So we took her up there. A friend's got a cottage up there that she rents out. We've been there before. We went there with my father-in-law, Frank, for his 85th, which was 3.5 years ago. So it's really lovely to go back again and do some walking. However, my husband has started a part-time job for a local school. And basically he got a cold, a nasty cold. The kids went back in September and shared their bugs. He went down with a cold the weekend before, and he passed it on to me. So kind. And so I actually spent most of the week with a nasty cold. The worst day, unfortunately, was my mother-in-law's birthday. Felt like death warmed up on Friday morning, but downed some ibuprofen and managed to make it through the day. So it was really frustrating. A week off, which is quite rare, and going down with a cold, nasty cold. Just coming out of it now, still a bit that fuzzy head. Yes, so last Tuesday, having planned to make my video with a lovely backdrop of beautiful hills, yeah, it didn't happen. So yeah, so sorry about that. Carolyn on Facebook, thank you so much. She actually sent a message saying, "Are you okay?" Yes, I'm fine. I'm fine. I had a cold, plus I was away. So yes, week with the mother-in-law, always fun. Actually, it was really nice. She sort of settled down. She's how do I put this politely? She fusses a lot, bless her. But she's also now at 80 reached the age that many of her family members passed away. And although there were health issues with a lot of the family members, and she doesn't have any real health issues, and she's very fit, it's interesting because my father-in-law, when he reached 85, that was a difficult year for him because he had a lot of family members who passed away at 85. So maybe this is the thing where people do think quite a lot when they reach almost the family age. So a lot of comments of, well, if I can have another year, that'll be great. I've no doubt she'll be going for many years yet, annoying us all. With her fussing. Even trying to make her not pay for things on her birthday was a bit of a challenge. But anyway, so yes, it was good to get away. Just a shame that it was marred a bit by my husband and myself not being 100%. Didn't stop us doing things though. It was just a cold. I couldn't believe it really after having had flu for 3.5 weeks back in August. I thought, I can't believe, but at least it didn't turn into flu. All right, so how have I got on? Well, because I've had a week away, and I'll tell you a bit more about that in a minute, I have put on 3 pounds. But I'm okay with that because I know why. And that's going to come off. Thinking about it this morning, I don't have any more events, things going on between now and Christmas. Again, ironically, and you're going to think I'm mad, I may have put on 3 pounds over the last week, but I'm not worried about it. This is a shift for me. Knowing why, and knowing it's only temporary. Next week that'll be off again. So okay, let's go through the success factors. Feedback and feedback. I need to go to the side a bit, don't I? There we go. Feedback and learning. I did have carbs and sugar this week. Friday was mother-in-law's birthday. She more or less did a cream tea crawl around the Lake District. And on her birthday, I'd arranged for her to have a surprise birthday cake at a tea room called Bryson's in a place called Bowness-on-Windermere, one of the lakes up in the Lake District, one of the towns on the water's edge. And I'd arranged a surprise birthday cake, a Victoria sponge cake with icing and with happy 80th birthday June on it in lavender, because my mother-in-law's real name is Lavender, but she doesn't like the name Lavender, so she calls herself June because lavender blooms in June. So yes, so that was a surprise, but to get her in the tea room, we had to tell her she was having a cream tea. So she did have a cream tea, and then the staff brought out the cake with some candles on, singing happy birthday. All went down really, really well. So yeah, and I decided that her birthday, I was not going to worry. So I had a cream tea and I had birthday cake. Yeah, carbs, sugar. And so yeah, I did. In the evening when we went out for a meal, I had steak, which is good for me, and I did have a couple of chips, but I left most of them because they didn't really do anything for me. But we did have another piece of birthday cake when we got back to the cottage. So yes, quite a bit of birthday cake. Then I was good for Saturday. My brother-in-law and his son, his 9.5-year-old son, came up to join us for the weekend for a couple of nights, which my mother-in-law June thought was great. And I was really good on the Saturday. And then Sunday we were coming home, and we went to a place called Hawkshead, which is near where Beatrix Potter's home was. We didn't go to Beatrix Potter's cottage because of the time, but also because it was raining. The only really bad rain day we had, which is a miracle in the Lake District, because normally it rains we most days or every other day. Anyway, so we went to Hawkshead and we went to a tea room, and I thought, what the heck, last day I'll have a cream tea, and I'm glad I did. That they were massive scones. So I joined her in that, and then that seemed to set me off for the day. So when we stopped on the way home at a service station, I did have a cup of tea, and I did have a piece of lemon drizzle cake. And it's not funny, but it is weird how addicted to the sugar and the carbs I am. And I just wanted more, and I can still feel it in my system now 2 days later. So yes, we so Friday and Sunday I had carbs and sugar. That is why I have put on 3 pounds. But when that's out of my system, so if I had it on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so by Thursday that should be out my system, and I'll be back on track, and I'm going to be obviously being good with my calories over this period anyway. So yeah, feedback and learning. It really does hit me on the scales when I have carbs and sugar. Also realised I did go to the gym, did do two long walks. My mother-in-law climbed a waterfall 3 days before her birthday. That's not bad. Then we walked around the tarn at the top. We got into a system where she was holding onto our hands as we were climbing. And then on Thursday, the day before her 80th birthday, she did a 7.5 mile lakeside walk. Took us 6 hours. We walked one way and then picked up a boat to get back to the little where we'd left the van. Good on her. I got some great photos, great memories. Stopped and had a cup of tea, sitting on a rock. Great weather. Can't believe the weather we had. So I did get exercise, just not the same exercise as I would have got if I'd gone to the gym and gone swimming. Interestingly, I weighed myself this morning, but I've got these scales that tell me other information as well. And interestingly, my fat level had gone down, my muscle level had gone up. So even though my weight had gone up, the muscle and the fat had gone in the right direction. So again, glad I've got those scales, because it tells me more than just how much I weigh. So again, offset any damage with the exercise, which was really good. Okay, second success factor is time and patience. Yeah, hey, it was a week. It was 1 week. The world's not going to fall apart because I had 1 week where I ate carbs on 2 days. And patient, that's fine. Back on track. By Christmas, sorted. So confident now. 3, doing the doing. I didn't do the doing this week. Didn't go to the gym, didn't go swimming, didn't do TRE, didn't have counselling. So I was out of my routine. I did do exercise. We did do walking. You know, not at a major pace because we have my mother-in-law with me. But you know, being out in the fresh air, the beautiful views, does the soul good. Does the soul good. So doing the doing didn't happen. Method, again, didn't do the exercise, didn't have the counselling, and for 2 days out of 7, I didn't count my numbers. I had carbs and sugar, so that's not surprising. Support and motivation. Motivated to do the exercise because of the views. My husband and I actually climbed a fell called Cat Bells up near Keswick on, when did we do that? Saturday. And that was really nice. What was really nice in particular was that when we were in the Lake District with my father-in-law 3.5 years ago, he couldn't do any walking or climbing, but my husband said, Cat Bells, we'll go to Cat Bells, it's really nice, because my husband knows the Lake District pretty well. I couldn't do it. I was too fat, I was too unfit. And I always said to myself, I'm going to come back and I'm going to do that. Now, we didn't do the whole of Cat Bells because we didn't have time, but I managed to climb up to a major point. And I was so proud of myself because even a year ago, I don't think I would have been able to do that. So the motivation to keep doing the gym, to keep losing the weight, is totally there, because I couldn't do it 3.5 years ago, and I don't think I'd have been able to do it a year ago. Definitely not 18 months ago. So yeah, that's motivated me, and my husband and I have said we're going to go back next year and do the whole of Cat Bells, which is a lot more scrambling than we did. 6, planning, routine. No planning, no routine. Oh no, I tell a lie. Did do some planning, because I did plan the meals. I did a couple of slow cooker meals. So food in the slow cooker, went out for the day, came back, lovely smells, lovely food. So I did plan the food, other than mother-in-law's birthday, and Sunday when we came back. Completely out of the routine. Guess what? So many of these success factors were not there this week. That's why I didn't lose weight. And then gratitude, successes and perspective. Really grateful for having been able to have a week away, holiday in the Lake District. Grateful to be able to make all of those memories with my mother-in-law. She's 80. She doesn't need stuff for her birthday. She needs and wants memories, and so do we, because I'm sure I've said before, when someone's gone, all you're left with really is the memories. So yeah, really grateful for that. Successes this week: did exercise, was able to climb Cat Bells, which I couldn't do 3.5 years ago. Successes are that I didn't let the whole week go to pot. It was only 2 days that went to pot. And keeping it in perspective, it's 1 week. I've got how many weeks till Christmas? So again, I'm back on track. I'm back into my routine, back to normal. Roll on this week. And I think as well the break, you know, has kind of, you know, not lifted spirits, but I feel recharged, sort of re-energized, refocused. So yeah, all good. All right. Hope you've had a good week. My goal for this week is to lose £3. Let's see how we get on. I shall see you same time, same place next week. Take care. Bye.